Hello and welcome to Nikolay's genetics lessons. Are we alone in the world? This is the question that journalist and self-proclaimed ufologist Jaime Maussan is trying to answer. Last week, Maussan presented two mummified specimens to the Mexican Congress that he claims are the bodies of the extraterrestrial beings. The two small chalky mummies with elongated heads and only 3 fingers on each hand stunned not only the parliamentarians but many people who watch on TV and online as drama unfolded. During the plenary session of the Congress, Maussan stated under oath that they were non-human beings. He said they were buried in a remote area of Peru and were around 1000 years old according to the carbon dating test allegedly carried out by researchers at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. As soon as I heard about radiocarbon dating of the presumably alien bodies, no matter what our results, I instantly know that this is a hoax, and here's why. Take a look at this picture. First, let me explain how carbon-14 is made. Cosmic rays enter the Earth's atmosphere in large numbers every day. For example, every person is hit by about 500,000 cosmic rays every hour. It is not uncommon for a cosmic ray to collide with an atom in the upper atmosphere, creating a secondary cosmic ray in the form of energetic neutron, and for the energetic neutrons to collide with nitrogen atoms. When neutron collides with nitrogen-14, which is 7 protons and 7 neutrons, atom turns into carbon-14, which is 6 protons and 8 neutrons, and 1 hydrogen atom, which is 1 proton and 0 neutrons. Carbon-14 is radioactive with half-life of about 5,700 years. Carbon-14 atoms created by cosmic rays combine with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, which plants absorb naturally and incorporate into plant fibers by photosynthesis. Next, animals and people eat plants and take in carbon-14 as well. So that means that ratio of normal carbon, which is carbon-12, to carbon-14 in the air and in the living organism at any given time is nearly constant. Maybe 1 in a trillion carbon atoms are carbon-14. The carbon-14 atoms decay and are replaced by new carbon-14 atoms at the constant rate. Think about it. At this particular moment, your body has certain percentage of the carbon-14 atoms in it, and all living plants and animals have the same percentage. Hence the idea of radiocarbon dating. As soon as living organism dies, it stops taking in new carbon. The ratio of carbon-12 to carbon-14 at the moment of death is the same as every other living thing. But after death, the carbon-14 that decays is not replaced. As I said earlier, carbon-14 decays with a half-life of 5,700 years, while the amount of carbon-12 remains constant in the sample. By looking at the ratio of carbon-12 to carbon-14 in the sample and comparing it to the ratio in a living organism, it is possible to determine the age of the formerly living thing, no matter whether it is animal or plant. We can do it fairly precisely. How far back we can go? About 10 half-life cycles. It is about between 50 and 60,000 years ago. More than that, it's going to be not reliable method. So as you see, we can use this method if alien would be conceived on Earth, would be born on Earth, would live on Earth, and would die on Earth, living in our atmosphere and eating all the stuff that we eat, and does not make any sense. So as you see, we can use this method only for terrestrial organisms and not which came from the outer space from different planet. And this is all for today. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.